Have a vision. Think big. Ignore the naysayers. Work your ass off. Give back and change the world. Because if not us, then who? If not now, then when? These are 6 rules Arnold Schwarzenegger lived by on his path to success in anything he ever did in life. And he believed that these 6 rules could be applied to in anything anybody ever wants to do. Well, I realized it's just so much more than that. Because as I looked at other idols, looked at other athletes, looked at other businessmen, I looked at other bigger stories, other stories of success, and I started to realize is that these rules, they're not rules, they're stages. They're stages of success that everybody's go through when they've set their mind to do something special. And that's what I'm here to tell you today. I want to show you how to become successful and what stages you're going to go through. Now, in reality, it's the 6 stages, okay? It's have a vision, ignore the naysayers, work your ass off, deal with the adversity, give back, and what's next. So let's start with that first one, have a vision. See, I can't tell you like how important that is, that vision. Because you see, it's the most clear and simple thing that we can start with. See, I want you to leave today thinking all day about that vision because it has to mean something. Spend all day thinking about it. What do you want to do with yourself? What do you want to be? What do you want to become? And it could be the craziest thing. It could be just simple as I want to look good for girls. I want to work out. I want to get dates. Okay, that gets you motivated. Now give yourself a deadline. Because see, the path to success isn't a road. You're a ship on an ocean. It's vast, it's grand, it's wide, and you're gonna get lost. And you're gonna get lonely. And you're gonna fall to your knees and you're gonna wanna quit because that ocean is gonna keep coming and coming and coming and you're gonna wanna turn back. But that's why you have vision. That's why I told you to make it simple, because there is no if, ands, or buts in a vision. As ridiculous as it may seem, when you're there, have that vision, because in everything you do, through every single one of these stages, you need that vision. And that's what's going to carry you, right? That's what's going to carry you, because while you have that vision, nobody else sees your vision. Stage 2, ignore the naysayers. Now, anytime somebody dreams of something big, it's always looked down upon. It's a person's natural instinct to go, ooh, but how are you going to do that? And what about that? And this? And ooh, they're so much better than you and they have all the money, bro. I mean, I would just quit if I were you. That seems hard, is what they say. And the truth is, this is the part where I told you it's lonely. But it's your vision, it's your goal, it's your dream. Go work for it. Don't rely on anybody else. You are, and your vision is your support system, and that's the only thing you need. Because the greatest people to do anything knew they were the greatest before anybody else did. They just had to prove it. They were just waiting for an opportunity to prove that they were the greatest. Because when you see that documentary with Michael, when he wins that first championship, he knew he was the greatest. So what does he say when he wins the championship? He says, it's about damn time. So don't quit just because you hear, or don't get negative because you hear somebody say that could be hard, or that could have challenges to come across. Which leads that to my next part. Work your ass off. I can't source anything for this one. I can't look in a book. I can't read it to you. I can't explain it to you. You have to work. You have to get down on the floor. You gotta sweat. You gotta work for it. You gotta wake up early. And I don't care what you do. Maybe it's not even a physical activity. Maybe you want to be the best dentist in the world. But are you standing there reading the books about teeth all day? Are you? You gotta put the work in, no matter what it is. You wanna be the best lifter, you wanna be the best swimmer, you wanna be the best football player ever, but you gotta do the work. You gotta feel the passion for it. That's where your vision comes into play. Because every time you're gonna wake up and it's gonna be 6 o'clock in the morning and it's gonna start to get hard because every day you're gonna wake up and you're gonna start thinking, why am I the only one waking up at 6? Nobody else has to wake up at 6. Work your butt off. That's what you're there for. Do it because you wanted to. All right? And that's all easy to say. As of right now, I've been nothing more than a hype coach. Because yeah, everybody gets to those first 3 stages. But there's something in this next stage that you can't predict it for. And I'll take a quote from Rocky when he says, nobody's going to hit hard in life. Life is going to beat you to your knees and keep it there if you let it. And it couldn't be more true. Because see, life's going to get in the way of your goal. Life doesn't want you to fail, but life wants to challenge you. Life wants to see how bad do you want it. You're going to go through things. You're going to go through shit. And you're going to think, can I do this? You know, this person was really close to me and they died and it's really having an impact and I don't feel my best anymore. Or you know what? I'm getting caught up in work, in school, and it's just too much. And I don't have the time. And that's the main problem. Everyone thinks they don't have time. There's 24 hours in a day. Your body needs 6 of it, so that's 18 hours left. Now let's put 12 hours into your work day or your day or whatever. That's still 6 hours for you to be going and working on your craft. What's your excuse? Oh, I sleep like 8 hours. All right, we'll sleep a little bit faster. Because if you want this, you're going to get up for it. If you want this as bad as you say you do, you're gonna go. You're gonna wake up at 6, even though it kills you. You're gonna sleep 6 hours, work 6 hours, and ride up and start up all over again. See, probably the biggest adversity you're gonna face in your whole stage is consistency. You gotta be consistent. The greatest people to do anything in their lives always work consistent. They can do the little things in the toughest of moments. That's what separates the good from the greats. The little things. And it's final. We're kind of going into the final stages now. You've put in all this work. Everybody in here I know has some kind of success story that they could tell me about how they overcame some sort of adversity. So this stage is very important to me. Since you have accomplished that, give back. Give back. There's a bunch of people out there in the world who started off just like me or you, who started off with a vision and wanted to become something else. When you realize that goal and vision, give back. When you see somebody aspiring to be their best version of themselves, don't be that negative person that they were to you. Inspire them. Tell them, don't quit because I can do it. Because I did it. I put in the work. I put in the time and I did it. And if you ever need an example, look at me. See, I was a swim coach. I was a swimmer for 15 years, right? So say that's my goal. I swam for 15 years competitively. I reached a state level championship. I was very happy about his accomplishments, blah, blah, blah. But after all that, I was lost. I was a ship without direction. I didn't have a vision. Which leads into my final one. What's next? See, I finished that journey and I didn't know what to do with myself anymore. So I started being active, just to feel physical activity again. It was kind of boring. But what's next? See, for me, as an example, I ended up going into coaching because I found out that I love to teach. And growing up, I found that not everybody really had a good coach. I didn't have one until I was 15. So the whole time when I was little, I had really bad coaching, and it caused the future problems with my shoulders. But I went into coaching because I wanted to give back, and because that was my next vision. See, I had all this knowledge here, and I didn't know I had 15 years of knowledge. What am I supposed to do with it? So I'm gonna give back. I'm coaching. I'm working. I'm giving to other swimmers who want to accomplish what I did, who look at me and say, how did you get there? And how can I do even better? And as a coach, that's all I want. So when you're looking for your goals and you're done and you've given back, always look at what's next. Life is so long. Long or short-term goals, you're still going to be alive at the end of the day, or hopefully. So always think about what's next. Don't be a ship lost at sea. Tell me what's next.